What in the world? Like, can you see that? That is just crazy. Yeah, I'm excited. Good morning. It's Thursday, I think. I make the nutrients the day before. If anybody's got an AC Infinity pen, you know what's up. Batteries last forever though. So, I'm just gonna add a little bit. Bloop. That might not be enough, but it might be enough. I got the wand that I want to use and the pump on. Today's a wash day. Busy day. 5.7. I like to do it 5.8. I'll do it 5.7 occasionally. Once or twice in flowered. Phosphorus is most readily available at 5.7, but if your soil media dries out at 5.7, that will do a lot of damage to the roots. So alright, that little bit we added, got it right there. And this is going to be 1.7 EC. So it's a little bit light, but that's okay. Don't need to hammer these girls. They're looking super good. I'm in here looking at the truffle cake before I spray. That was about 10 days ago that I saw the thrip. So I'm coming in here and I'm looking really good at these lower leaves. Like, there's some damage, but it isn't thrip damage. One of the biggest tells would be black spots, just tiny black spots. They're big enough where they're noticeable. That's what alerted me to the thrip. And these lower leaves here, like, that's kind of what a leaf would look like after thrip had been damaging it. But there's no black dots on there, and there's no stippling of any kind. So that's totally fine, no thrips. Just looking really good at all the lowers. And you want to look at a lot of them. If you're pulling leaves off, looking for bugs, they say 40 to 50 leaves a day. Just normal wear and tear, looks like. Take an extra good look at it though, you know. You see a little bit of something weird. Just keeping the plants moving extremely fast. And making sure to wash once a week. Just keep everything from being able to get established. Not even worried about a problem like that anymore, honestly. It's pretty nice. So I've decided to wash this room with the Moose Bow and Peach Crescendo. I'm going to use the 2.5 to 1 ratio with the silicium today. Show you the compatibility of that. I got a video with the 1.5 to 1. I don't know if I released that yet, but get some more silicium on these girls. They're like 1 week into flower. And it'll be perfect. One more Feed Foliar. and they be flying. Filling up the water. Got full tanks. Using some Zero-Tol to clean out the hose and the pump. Alright, I got the silicium here. Going to do 30 mils. This is like roughly like 15, 16 gallons. So get my knee tripod hooked up, activated. That line is 20 milliliters. This is a AC Infinity little thingy. Put that in there. Using RO water. So this stuff's pretty flexible, so that's a little bit more than half up to the line. So I'm gonna leave a little bit in there. So that's about 30 mils. It's about another 10. So this is going to be the stronger IPM mix, the 2.5 to 1 ratio. It's 11 grams potassium bicarbonate to 8.5 grams citric acid per gallon. Alrighty, I got potassium bicarbonate. Basic is blue. 11 grams per gallon and 8.5 grams citric acid. So you can see the CO2 bubbles. Gotta have that pump in there sideways. So you can see, just dump those two ingredients in and no incompatibility issues. What you're seeing there are the CO2 bubbles from the chemical reaction. There we go. It'll take a minute before it goes back through the pump. With it sitting on its side, it is moving water, but if the pump is upright, it creates so much CO2 that it won't pump at all. And you'll notice an increase of CO2 in the building with this mixture. Just finished washing this outside row. Girl's looking super happy. These girls are young, so they just don't need too heavy of a spray. Just wash them off. Got this one ready to go. Even though the ingredients are in there, have to let the pump get the bubbles to die down. You can see the clarity of that, just amazing. Let's take a look here. I think I said I was gonna put it at 5.8, but I was listening to Chad Westport's podcast and got distracted. 5.6. It's about, every time I've had it on camera, it's been about 5.6. 2.14 EC. Spraying the 10 Gs down, or excuse me, the Moonbow. Got the 10 Gs over here. Did not take it so well. That's all right. We'll get nets put in here tomorrow. Just spraying the underneath. These moon bows are really strong, handling it pretty good. Spray these 10Gs lightly, but they'll be fine. The 10Gs, it just tests so high, and it's like so terpy at the same time. I suppose. Let you watch me hammer them. It's not too bad, I mean. It's just like when you look at it at first, it's like, whoa! I don't really think they're like too weak, just a little bit heavy with the water. And they were topped, so got a whole bunch of branches to hold up. Tub number 2. See the silicium creating the almost like soapy bubbles. And then the CO2. Got this room fully done. These girls got laid down real nice. On to this room. Here we go. So these be an interesting wash. These are some pretty giant plants with only one net. The moose bows, they're pretty strong though. We'll have to see. So I quit being lazy for now and got these peach crescendos. All washed, and they're all standing really nicely. So that's good. Making the last pass, the last part of the room. That's my favorite part of spraying. For washing. It's my favorite part of washing is getting done. I couldn't imagine doing this every day. Matter of fact, I wouldn't. One thing I noticed in here, I was playing around with this dehumidifier and I found it on 10%. Which you can see the shape of these leaves. I was like wondering like what the heck is going on? What in the hoot and Annie be going on in here? But if the dehumidifier was sitting here just blasting them constantly, that's probably it. So, just because you think you got everything set, if you see a problem, you kind of just have to go over everything and check it again. And we had used this dehumidifier for some cleaning, and it never got set back to the correct humidity, so that's okay. The more you know. The more you grow, the more you get to smoke. So, check it out. This is something that hasn't been talked about, but got the Josh's wash evaporating off of the leaves. It's potassium bicarbonate and citric acid. And look at the CO2 numbers in here. So this stuff feeds more CO2 than you could imagine. Just coming in to check on the no-jokes. Gonna need a little bit of water soon. I'm gonna bottom water them. Because I've noticed the problems, even though these are big enough where they shouldn't be any worry. Nice and sturdy. But watering on the top on seedlings has ruined my day a couple times before. So another thing I'm doing is to help these girls sturdy up and straighten out, I turn them away from the light every day. And got all but one standing on its own, and that's pretty crazy because she's a tall one right there. Yeah, I'm excited. Cannot wait to taste. Just giving them a nice little bottom drink. Just RO water. I did accidentally feed them. They can go pretty long time without nutrients. But when you got leaves like this, you're probably good to feed. I just like to go really easy because I like my seeds. And these are the no-joke seeds, so most definitely don't want to get crazy. Breed some plants, make a bunch of seeds, and then do crazy things. Yeah. Just taking care of midday watering on the Star Dragon. We were talking about irrigation again today, but irrigation is a really complicated subject at this level. Thinking we might get some irrigation to cover morning watering and an afternoon watering, and then continue with feeding by hand. Look at these girls, they are just so full. A little bit of damage from that dry down, but largely everybody is doing great. I'm just doing I don't know, it's probably 300 milliliters. I'm gonna try to get them one more watering before the day is over. Okay, I'm gonna head to the truffle cake room. Here's the truffle cakes. Going to give them their watering now. Just a squirt. These small frequent waterings are how you promote the vegetative mode in the crop steering of cannabis. Watering less frequently and heavier waterings with higher drybacks is the regenerative way to crop steer it. I do like to kind of push it into a regenerative, but I really like to ride the vegetative, keep it stress-free, and introduce stresses at particular times. I, by all means, am no master at this. Being able to recite the theory and identify the things is only the first step to mastering it. And I've been growing for 10 years, and I'm still trying to figure out how to water, so becoming a master, honestly, is a laughable thing. So, these short waterings are fast, but cocoa needs to be watered more frequently for the optimum growth. Cannabis grows when it's thirsty, so the goal is to keep it thirsty. Keeping it thirsty will promote fast growth, keep the roots happy, keeps the plant happy. If the roots aren't happy, the plant's not going to be happy. So let's see, I think these were watered earlier. They drink about half as much. I think I said that it's a light feeder. It's not a light feeder, it's a light drinker. It still likes heavy feeds. just about half of it. You know, as pretty as that is, indicates a problem. You know, whereas this one's dark green. Might see even like a bluish on the leaves. That's a, you know, phosphorus deficiency possibly. Could be purpling. Where's my camera? That's interesting. Just a discoloration. Oh, those buds are looking tasty though. Yeah. All right. Moving on. What in the world? Like, can you see that? That is just crazy. Wow. Here's our Irie genetic room. Had a pretty scary dry down Monday when I came in. But only the plants that are showing any damage were the plants that kind of have been. Just these ones here at the front of the room. Everything else is looking pretty good. And I'm thinking by the time you see this video, this will have happened last week. I got a short going over the whole experience. My plan is to do a couple live streams. And get ahead of the video making process, so I'm not making them at 2 in the morning on Friday night. Here's the Packy Gold. She's coming along really well. We were supposed to defoliate these things on Monday for their 21-day defoliation. Little damage from the dry down. The leaves are a bit papery, so the next time I wash them, I'm going to use a foliar application, the 1.5 to 1 ratio. We got outdoor harvest currently taking place, and just not enough time to do everything, so we'll show you what it looks like to get behind. This is the beginning of it.